man I love. He hurt me so bad.
Promised Myself in the Music Bed. That's a Johnny Copeland cover by his daughter and today's special guest, the great Shemekia Copeland, where the topic of conversation has been focused on the new studio effort for Alligator Records, America's Child. Shemekia, we talked about Will Kimbrough. This album features a lot of talented players, including some that we all know, like Emmy Lou Harris, John Prine, and Steve Cropper. Now, did you have certain players in mind and seek them out, or did they all kind of come together organically?
It happened. Everything happened organically. Sometimes I'm amazed by it. I met John Prine at a benefit. We were doing something called Chicago Voices, where there was a bunch of artists from Chicago, from every genre of music. And we put a show on at the Civic Opera House. Renee Fleming put it together, because she's also from Chicago, an amazing opera singer. And I met John there, and I met his wife, Fiona, who's a lovely lady. So John liked my shoes, and we started talking because of that. And we ended up doing a song there together. And then the relationship just progressed, because his wife was involved with something called Thistle Farms. And I fell in love with Thistle Farms when I found out about it, because Thistle Farms is they take care of women who have been through situations that, you don't even want to, it's horrible situations, and they help them to recover, and they help them to get their lives back on track. So I did a benefit concert for them at the Ryman Theater in Nashville, and that's kind of how all that happened. And we saw Rhiannon when she played the Chicago Blues Festival, and she was absolutely brilliant there. And she saw my manager, and she knew who I was, and he told her that I was making a record and that I would love to work with her. And she said, well, I'd love to do something with her too. And there you go. It happened. So it just, everything happened organically. And Emmy Lou heard about the types of songs that I was doing through Will, and she said, well, I'd love to sing on that. And then forget it, Mary Gaucher, who's completely helped to change my career altogether. She's been so wonderful in helping and writing songs with John. And I mean, I feel really blessed.
Yeah, that's a beautiful feeling, and certainly you are blessed. And having all these diverse artists who, a lot of them perform mostly outside of the blues, certainly allows you to bring some new, fresh, great sounds into the blues.
Absolutely. African banjo, and it's pretty amazing. So,
well, cool. The blues is always spoken to conditions and issues of the day, but rather than repeat some of the traditional blues issues, maybe from the 30s and 40s, you like to talk about issues of your day.
Yes. And it's designed that way, because I feel like in order for blues music as a genre to grow, you got to stay current with the issues and talk about what's happening now. So I've always tried to do that.
Yeah, and speaking of issues, we kicked off the show with Americans. That's a song that celebrates the diversity of our people, but in a playful way that teases the listener with some near-offensive stereotypes.
Well, it talks about what we are. We are all different, and and that should be okay. That's what America is all about. Now,
on a serious note, you have a song on here. It's called "In the Blood of the Blues." Now, that one's pretty deep.
It is. Yes, that's another one. Terry Abramson was saying to me that he had me in mind with this song, being second generation in blues and and culture where Black people, African American people came from, and all of that is in that song, and it's pretty deep, but at the same time it gets you rocking
You could definitely get me rocking, that's for sure. And I'm glad you said that because, I've got all your records. And obviously, without sounding critical, I feel like the tempo of this release is slightly easier.
You think?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I love about making records. I swear, because people can interpret them all kinds of ways. And it's about getting people talking about it and making people think, oh, well, this might be a little different than this, or this might be this, or this might be that. That's the whole point of it, for everyone to be able to interpret it in whatever way they want. And I love that, So you feel that way about it, that's fine, that's great. But to me, it's not. But, and I've heard this before, too, by the way. You're not the only one that has said that. But I think that's the nice thing about records, Oh,
you're so nice. Being a young performer, it's hard to believe we're talking about album number 8. Can you believe that?
No, I can't. And I don't know. I don't know if it's 8 or 9. I think it might be 9. I don't know. I'm confused, but I can't believe I made this many records, whether it's 8 or 9. No, it's amazing.
It is. Now we've reached the midpoint of the program, so Showdown, a Grammy Award-winning album featuring Albert Collins, Robert Cray, and your dad, the late Johnny Copeland. That takes us into the break with Black Cat Bone. It was on the Billboard 200 for nearly 20 weeks and peaked to 124 in 1986. We'll be right back.
Hey, Al.
Yeah, Johnny, what's happening, man?
What's going on, man?
Oh, man, it's all right.
Tell me something, Albert. Whatever happened to Hop Wilson, man?
Well, Hop left us, man.
He did. Boy, he sure used to play that guitar over at the Red Lily Q.
Yeah, he would lay that steel in his lap. He was getting down, man.
I used to like the way he said, I believe my baby got a black cat bone.
Oh, yeah.
I believe my baby got a black cat bone. Seems like everything I do, seems like I do it wrong. We see, I tried so hard to get along with that woman of mine. You see, I tried real hard to get along with that woman of mine. Yeah. But seems like the harder I try, the more she walk around cheating line. Yes, she did. I walked down from Dallas, Texas, down to Wichita Falls. I got to thinking about the big leg woman. There wasn't no walking on. I believe my baby got a black cat bone. Look like everything I do is wrong. Yeah.
America is a member of the Blues Foundation. Learn more at blues.org.
Hey everybody, this is Big John Atkinson and you're listening to Blues America. The Real Deal Blues Radio.
America.
America.
More with this week's special guest, the star of the show, the great Shemekia Copeland, when Blues America returns. But first, brand new blues from East Coast piano master Anthony Gerasi. Features the great Sugar Ray Rayford on vocals of Long Way Home. That's heard on Anthony's latest studio effort, Why'd You Have to Go? Then the blues will continue at the break with Houston's blues diva, Trudy Lynn, doing what she loves to do best on the down-home blues of When I've Been Drinking. That's a great track from her latest studio release, Blues Keep Knockin'. She's one of my favorites. Don't miss the Blues People soundbite featuring the voice of the late great Coco Taylor. That's squeezed in between the next interview segment. And later, the Way Way Back Blues features pre-war blues crooner Texas Alexander. We'll keep it right here for the second half of the show that's coming up in just a few minutes. This is Blues America, distributed to fine community radio stations by the Pacifica Network and PRX, Public Radio Exchange.
Hi, this is Bobby Rush. You listen to Blues America, the best radio station in town and all around. If you move your fingers off that dial, we will cut your fingers off.
The Living Blues Magazine. Brand new blues. It's so shiny.
Hey, baby, won't you ride with me? Pull down the top and feel the breeze. We're gonna take the long way back home. Hey, baby, won't you give me a kiss? It's been so long and your lips I miss. We're gonna take the long way back home. Listen, can't stay away. I wanna love you every day. I never want to leave. We're gonna take the long way home. Hey, baby, won't you hold me tight till the morning sunlight? Girl, we gonna take the long way back home. Do a tango by the moonbright glow. Take our time with no place to go. We're gonna take the long way back home. Can't stay away. I wanna love you every day. Never want to leave. We're gonna take the long way back home. All right. Hold me tight. Squeeze your lips. Shake them hips. Under the moonlight, baby. Long way home.
Wait a minute, Big Mama. Blues America will be right back.
Blues America is supported by the Rhythm Room. The world famous and historical Rhythm Room Concert Club is Arizona's premier blues hotspot, hosting nightly live music. Located at 1019 East Indian School Road in Phoenix and online at www.rhythmroom.com.
For our troops and their families, the military is more than a career. It's a journey, and every step along the way, the the U.S. owes this.
An experience that